Hey guys, happy Holy Saturday, also known as the Great Sabbath. I hope you all are resting. Speaking of resting, it's a day when Jesus rested in the tomb after his death. The next day, which is Easter, is the day when Christ has risen. Enjoy this Easter special.
Holy shit. Somebody is selling George Floyd NFT for $150? Guess I'll buy it, and now I own the George Floyd NFT image.
I want an Easter egg, 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 I want an Easter egg.
Ivy, I don't have any Easter eggs. On the bright side, Daddy now owns an NFT image of George Floyd. Do you know who Mr. George Floyd is?
I want an Easter egg, 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 I want an Easter egg.
Your Easter egg can wait, but I have to tell you about George Floyd. You see, Ivy, George Floyd is a man who got unfairly wasted by the naughty policeman. The naughty policeman hated George Floyd just like how the naughty Romans hated Jesus. After that, the brown people started burning down stores, like clothing stores and toy stores, because of how naughty the policemen were almost 2 years ago. But don't worry, Ivy, not all policemen are naughty. The policemen in Canada are very friendly to every children, whether they are white, black, yellow, purple or green, but never trust policemen from Minnesota because they only like the color white.
I want an Easter egg, 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 I want an Easter egg.
Ugh. Terrible twos. I can't wait for Ivy to turn 3 so that she can be a bit mature.
Paul, I thought I told you several times to stop spewing political crap to your daughter. She's 2 years old, you know.
What? I was just telling Ivy that I bought a George Floyd NFT.
Ugh. Another one of those get-rich schemes from your older brother.
Why bring Marvin's name into this? My brother got free money from a Nigerian general back in 2002.
That was 20 years ago. You were probably like 9, so you wouldn't understand that it was a scam. Again, Ivy is 10 years too early to know about politics. You have no business complaining about Joe Biden because he's not your president.
Look, I don't care about Joe Biden. He's just some random-ass president doing president stuff. The only thing I like about Joe Biden is that he cares about the LGBTQ community and chose a woman as his vice president. I care about women too, because I love my mother, you, and our daughter Ivy.
That's sweet. But what about your older sister, Anne?
Well, she doesn't count as a good woman.
That's okay, Paul. I'm glad you still respect women.
Indeed, be glad you're not living in the Middle East. These countries are still stuck in ancient Rome or 1910s.
Speaking of ancient Rome, is Ivy still on her terrible twos tantrum about the Easter egg?
Unfortunately.
I want an Easter egg, 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 I want an Easter egg.
Ivy, I know you want an Easter egg, but we'd have church tomorrow. Tomorrow is the anniversary of Jesus' resurrection from those naughty Romans.
True, Jesus sacrificed his life for us because he loves little children whether they are naughty or nice. But you still need to obey your parents so that you can get to heaven and acknowledge his existence and why God put Jesus to this planet.
I want an Easter egg, 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 I want an Easter egg.
Ivy, you will get your Easter egg after church service tomorrow. What did I say?
Grace, she's 2. The only words she knows is no, and I want an Easter egg.
Says the one who is teaching Ivy politics.
Whatever, stupid. Ivy, tomorrow, the Easter Bunny will give you an Easter egg. The Easter Bunny is also Jesus' pet rabbit.
Really, Paul? You are telling lies to your daughter on a Holy Saturday. How will you explain that to God during Judgment Day at the Purgatory?
Will you just shut up? I'm trying to make my daughter happy.
Fine. Go back to your stupid NFT while I take Ivy to bed. Be sure to be up and early tomorrow morning so that we can get our seats in church on time.
Whatever. I'll just print out George Floyd NFT and frame it on the wall on Monday. Grace, what the fuck?
Why are you still in bed? We're going to be late for church.
It's 5 in the fucking morning. We don't go to church for the next 4.5 hours. Plus, there's no 6 a.m. mass since it's a joint mass with the 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. mass.
I know that. But to us, we're still late because the people who don't normally see at church will show up for the Easter service.
Go on without me and save my spot. I'll come later. Now shut up and go to church yourself. Ivy and I will meet you there by 9:45.
Oh no you don't, Paul Martin. You will be the one driving and Ivy is coming too. And you also promised that Ivy will participate in the egg hunt after service.
Oh shit. I forgot about the egg hunt. I'll shit, shower and shave then get dressed for church.
You take too long to shower and shave. Just put on deodorant or cologne and get dressed. We are already late.
Sure, I'll get ready then put Ivy in the car.
Drive faster. We don't have much time.
That's what I've been doing.
Are you sure? Because if you're not driving fast, I'll drive myself.
You're being a bit too impatient. This is my car and I am the man of the house, so I get to drive.
But I'm 2 years older than you.
Age doesn't matter. The Bible says that wives should respect their husbands.
Fine. If we had to wait, then it's your fault but...
Whatever.
When they got to the church.
Holy schnitzel. I didn't know many people came this early.
I told you so. We don't have to wait at a traffic jam if we leave the house earlier.
Coming to think of it, I've never seen this car and that family at our church before.
Dumb. These are the type of people that only shows up at church during church holidays rather than classic service.
Won't Ivy be bored?
We could have her listen to Coco Melon.
I was thinking she should be watching cartoons from my time instead of new gen overstimulation crud.
Hey man, can you give a brother some change?
I'm sorry sir but I'm saving it for offering at church.
Come on man, you can suck my dick for $5.
First off, you look like you haven't showered for 20 years. Second of all, I have a 2-year-old daughter in the back seat. Lastly, it's Easter, a holy day, so I don't do homosexual stuff since it is an adultery for a married man to do so.
Is that a swear word I hear?
Amen, chill. I just needed some change.
Nice try. I know something you don't know.
So God, you sent him to hell? What happened to John 3:16?
Not really. I just sent him to a military boot camp.
Nice. I got a question. Do Catholic priests who hang out with altar boys go to hell?
They don't since they are priests, and they repent every day.
What about a hypocritical high-functioning autist who slept with their mother without any guilt?
Nope. Straight to hell.
What about a prison inmate who dropped their soap during shower time and a black oiled-up inmate violated them?
They don't go to hell since they are the victim. But the oiled-up inmate is for sure going to hell.
Thanks God. And say hi to your son for me.
No problem. Don't let Lucifer contaminate you.
Well Grace, looks like we can't say bad words now that we are in the church premises.
Yeah, we just have to pretend that we are in Disney Channel.
True, from now on, we're in Disney Channel, so no swearing. Well hello Chicken Sleeper Hinkle, Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, Paul. Good thing nobody can say my first name in church since it has swear words in it.
I know. I don't want to go to hell. That's why I censored your name.
Seems you brought little Ivy along. She is so cute.
I want an Easter egg, 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 I want an Easter egg.
Why would someone want to participate in that pagan junk?
It's not paganism. I told Ivy that the Easter bunny is Jesus' pet rabbit. Ivy, get down from Mr. Hinkle.
I want an Easter egg, 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 I want an Easter egg.
If I were you, I would take that girl to the priest.
She'd just have terrible twos. Didn't you have kids that were this cranky when they were 2?
Only to my firstborn son. There is no such thing as terrible twos. It comes from the devil himself. And Grace, you're helping me organize the Easter egg hunt.
Hold Ivy while I help Mrs. Hinkle with the egg hunt.
Well, if it isn't my coworker Paul.
Wow. Boris, you brought the family.
Indeed, my wife is helping out with the egg hunt for after service.
Ivy can't wait for Easter eggs.
That's right. I'm currently coordinating with the Easter Bunny.
Mommy, is the Easter Bunny a boy or a girl?
Don't be stupid. The Easter Bunny is either some Somalian man or an old man just like the Tooth Fairy.
The Tooth Fairy is obviously a woman because boys can't be fairies.
Boys fairies exist. There are boy fairies in Ben and Holly Little Kingdom.
That's only King Thistle. All the fairies are girls except for him.
Boy fairies exist in that cartoon because everyone alive has a dad.
Caillou and Rosie, shut up. The Tooth Fairy is obviously a man and the Easter Bunny is just some Somalian in a rabbit costume.
Easter Bunny. Hop hop hop.
Ivy, why not go play with Uncle Boris' daughter Daisy?
Daisy wants to see the Easter Bunny. But you can't talk because you're a baby.
Daisy, Ivy is 9 months younger than you. Just because you're 3 and she's 2 doesn't mean you should call her a baby.
Yeah, Daisy, you're literally the baby.
Yeah, and I stopped being the baby when you were born.
Don't worry, Rosie. You're still my baby even though you are the middle child.
What a nice wholesome family you got there, Boris. I hope this Easter service would be good.
Good news, Paul. Since I helped out with the egg hunt, we get to sit at the front, so no more waiting.
That's awesome. Now let's head to Mass.
Hey Ben, I know where the Easter Bunny hid all the eggs.
Really? Is that true? Did you see the Easter Bunny?
Yeah, I did. He told me not to tell anyone, but I have to tell you since you're my little brother. Say Ben, you wanna get all the eggs before these babies look for the eggs.
I don't know, but how are we supposed to get all the eggs before rest of the kids look for the eggs?
Simple. 5 minutes before Easter service is over, we pretend to use the bathroom, then we get all the eggs before the event start. After that, we pretend to look for the eggs.
Sounds reasonable. I hope we don't get caught.
Hey Caillou, got any Easter eggs? I had trouble finding one.
I haven't found any yet, Xavier. They said that the eggs are hidden around here.
I think that Easter Bunny is a poser.
What? Caillou, help. I can't find any eggs.
I wish I could, but I haven't found any yet.
Yeah, Rosie, some big kid might have gotten all the eggs before us, or we just suck.
Ivy, I can't find the Easter egg.
I want an Easter egg, 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 I want an Easter egg.
We have a victor for the 2022 Easter egg hunt. First place goes to Bob D'Amico with the most eggs, while the second place goes to his little brother Ben D'Amico.
How is that possible? How do they find all the eggs?
Wait, I want an Easter egg, I want an Easter
no.
egg, I want an Easter egg, I want an Easter egg, I want an Easter egg. I want an Easter egg, 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 I want an Easter egg.
That is enough. I'm sending you two to the priest.
Hey Ben, I know you and your big brother cheated.
I didn't cheat.
Yes, you did. This is church and all liars go to hell. Stop lying or God will be angry.
People who accuse people for cheating deserve to be damned to hell for eternity. I didn't cheat.
Yes, you did.
Did not.
Did too.
Did not.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. Did too.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
See how stupid you sound.
Reverend, these two are acting like devils in your church. Can you please cast these demons out?
Sure, Mrs. Hinkle. The younger they are, the better.
Thank you.
Now Bob, Ivy, tell me how old you are.
I'm 9.5.
I want an Easter egg, 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 I want an Easter egg.
Thank you, Bob. And Ivy, I'm going to assume that you are 2 years at most.
Ouch.
My
Ouch,
ears.
Mommy. You're pulling it too hard.
More children?
Yes, Reverend. I caught my son and his friend fighting over the Easter eggs. Rosie claimed that Ben and Bob cheated in the egg hunt, but Ben kept insulting Rosie. Please, Reverend, cast these demons out.
Sure, Gianna, I will. So Ben and Rosie, how old are you?
I'm 6.
I'm 5.5 years old.
Okay. Thank you. Let's proceed to the demon casting room. All right, kids. I love you children, so these beating isn't personal. It's the only way to get the little demons out of you. All right, Lucifer, you think you are wise. I know you used one of those little demons to possess one of these children. But I'll have to bring them out by force.
I'm the Easter Bunny, hooray! I'm the Easter Bunny, hooray! I'm a loony toony goonie etched in the head. Please pass the ketchup and I'll go to bed.
What? Easter Bunny? Looks like you escaped into that little girl's body because the Bible never mentioned anything about Easter bunnies.
What are you talking about? Mrs. Hinkle told me that Ivy is in there.
Come out now, demons. Ivy? I thought
Whoa, the priest actually got beaten by a baby.
Who are you calling a baby, Tubby?
You can talk.
Of course I can. What am I? 2, Tweedledum and Tweedledummer. Yes, I'm talking to you retarded Tony Soprano ripoffs. Go and tell your mother that you cheated in the egg hunt and you have to be honest about it or you will be going to hell. And I mean right fucking now. And Rosie, good job on calling these cheaters out. But unfortunately, these church ladies are retarded enough to believe in fairy tales. They think that kids misbehaving is a sign of a devil possession, but they aren't educated in mental health topics like autism or ADHD.
What is autism? Am I stupid, or is Ivy just wicked smart?
Hello mother, hello father, there are no demons on me. The church ladies were being delulu, which means they were deluded.
Ivy? You can talk?
Yes, I can talk. Seeing my peer being whipped by a psychotic priest for being a 3-year-old has opened my eyes and resetted my brain.
My goodness. What has the priest do to you? We will have to find another church.
Nothing. The priest fucked around and find out. Grace and Paul, I'm no longer a little girl. I am now an adultish little girl. It means that from now on, I'll stop watching baby shows and start watching adult shows.
Wow. Ivy, I'm proud that you were able to know how to control your brain. I mean, I was able to switch my brain on or off whenever I want to do sociopathic stuff back in the early 2000s, but I'm still disappointed with you for swearing in church and bad-mouthing the Reverend Father.
Wait. Don't get mad at Ivy. Ivy is a hero. She saved me from that bad priest. And she is so strong.
Thanks for the compliment, Daisy. Grace and Paul, you don't have to get mad at me for saving my playmate by beating the priest up.
Don't call us by our first name. Only grown-ups are allowed to call us that.
I happen to be a grown-up as well, thank you very much.
No, you are not. You are not even 3 yet and you are far from being a grown-up. Even Daisy is already 3 and she doesn't call herself a grown-up.
You know what, Ivy? We will punish you when we get home.
Hey, put me down. I'm not a baby anymore. You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Tell me about it. Easter this year was weird.
Ivy is kinda right. I can't believe I got in trouble for calling out Ben and his brother for cheating.
On the bright side, Rosie, Bob and Ben just told their mom the truth and she's gonna punish them when they get home.
Ivy, I can't believe you misbehaved in church by beating up the priest. You do know he's more closer to God than you.
Since you want to act like an adult, we will treat you like an adult. But first, you will be in timeout for 2 minutes.
2 is too little for someone like her. How about we lock her in her room while we go see an adult movie together?
Great idea. Ivy, we will be locking you in your room while we watch Passion of Christ with the Anderson family, including little Daisy.
That's not fair. How come she gets to watch the movie while I don't?
Shut up. Because you are still a toddler. Now go to your fucking room and serve your time out. I'll be following you to lock you in your room.
The moral of this video is that you shouldn't cheat at the egg hunt or any competitive stuff. Remember, cheaters never win and winners never cheat. If you like cheating, then you would be attacked by a cheetah.